warm day outside by Minnesota. Still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine. Cities. It can certainly get loud inside this building. In just a few moments ago, shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Los Angeles Rams. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. Steps into the end zone. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes this forward for about 6. This defense for the Vikings, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
Second down, they'll go with Akers again. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So the hand got inside the face mask that time. Looked like a pretty easy call.
And it was, and we saw this in their loss last week. Penalties at inopportune times that led to their demise.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. Now a quick throw into the hands of Jefferson. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10. And, Charles, this defense, they know that they've got their work cut out for them. Here's a quarterback coming off a game in which he threw 4 touchdowns. And they've watched the tape all week. They've seen it, but what can they do differently?
I think they've got to approach it like a pitcher facing a really hot batter. Get him uncomfortable in the box. Change speeds, change locations, change the pitches you throw at him. So show different coverages, blitz sometimes, drop back other times. Just don't let him get comfortable or let him get into rhythm.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Well, I don't mean to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got a matchup we like right to it.
From the red zone now, Stafford. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Robert Woods with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Rams are going to take a first quarter lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Vikings take over first down 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Cousins to throw it. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 yards, first down, Vikings.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They run again on first down. Cook. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From just shy of midfield, Cousins. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Mike, check, 59. Watch the screen.
Cousins now. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. He's going to find his tight end. That's Chris Herndon. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion. They go play action. Cousins. That's to Cook out of the backfield. 3 yards the gain there, second down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. 2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Again, it's Cousins. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
Brandon, you know, this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, Brandon, obviously no panic in them. They gave up the touchdown. You know, their defensive side did that, but he's already taken them back downfield. I love this field general that they've got. It's almost like he went to the defensive captain and said, don't worry about it. We've got you. Now they got 1st and goal.
Yeah, we're seeing punch, counter punch, and this could be setting the table for quite the game.
I like that. Let's go ahead and put it in the boxing ring, right? You're going to get hit sometimes. Can you respond and hit back? And they're trying to do exactly that.
And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Cook. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
It's Cousins on the sneak, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out, and the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Point after, right down the middle. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Xavier Woods, the free safety, up to make the tackle. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now it's Stafford off the bootleg. And he's got this to Jefferson. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Stafford finding Jefferson there. 1st down, L.A.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the 1st down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Stafford going to give this to Akers. And he'll be brought down at the 45 yards. The pickup, and that's a 1st down.
It's a gain of 6. 1st down, Rams.
These two teams all tied after 1.
Score time, 7-7.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this one is incomplete.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. On the handoff, it's Akers. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
On 3rd down, here's a run by Akers. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. That one goes for 8 yards.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Stafford. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Rams. Van Jefferson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Rams have taken the lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
A good gain on 1st has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Cousins gives way to Cook. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings. His 1st carry of their 2nd drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their 1st drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. Sliding out of the pocket. That is caught by Thielen. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. Well, speed is definitely a calling card if you play cornerback in this league, and he does a terrific job there of hustling in quickly to make the play. On 1st down, Cook. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
On 2nd and 9, Cousins. Smith catches left side. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Hey, let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him, because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Throwing is Cousins. And this ball is caught by Smith. Touchdown, Vikings. Smith Jr., his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Eric Kendricks in on the tackle. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. On the give, this is Akers. And he stopped immediately there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that would be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Back deep, Patrick Peterson. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really
adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Throwing, Cousins. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Cousins. Complete. Smith has it. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Cook, and not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
38-yard line.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike is 59. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 59.
Cousins. 1:57 to go in this 1st half on EA Sports. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On 3rd down, Cousins. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So good kick there. They put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. A shotgun snap for Stafford. That's into a crowd and intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Nice pick, nice pick.
Wow, so wipe out the INT, roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the post game. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
Off the fake to Akers, here's Stafford. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Akers. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Stafford. Flush to his right. He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield. It's a gain of 7, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch.
3 yards to go.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Decision made for Sean McVay. They're going to go for it. They'll run for it with Akers. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. From the gun, here's Stafford. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guy.
Dropped the hammer. He just dropped the pass. Here's Stafford. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down. And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And this score will stay right where it is. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Working with 2nd and 5 now.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
To throw, Cousins. Completes it to the fullback hand. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Cook following the penalty. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 46-yard line.
Now Cousins. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. This defense coming out after the half, and if that plays any indicator, Charles, maybe a little refreshed and refocused here for quarters 3 and 4.
Yeah, they did really well on that one. That's exactly what they need to keep doing if they want to change their fortunes in this game.
Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. Cousins. is incomplete. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive of the second half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a two-score game, and they're probably on their way of creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
42-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Going right back to Akers. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 75 yards on the ground for him now, as he's done that on 15 carries.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. And with Akers. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. It's Everson Griffin who made the tackle. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now, because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Throwing is Stafford. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
And what with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And Gay knocks this one through. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Brings up second and 9 at the 26-yard line.
Still 9 remaining on second down. Now Cousins. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here third and long. Cousins to throw it. And this one complete to Smith. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for fourth.
On third down, you'll give them that. You just want to make sure that you play the first down line. They were able to get him down and force the punt.
Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. Able to fight through one tackle. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. A big first down on the fake punt. What a call. 16 yards. So they snap it straight to the up man. What's his responsibility? Normally, obviously, just to protect, but he's got to be a guy that can be pretty agile too, right?
Yeah, without a doubt, because you're talking about a guy, even in protection, he may have to slide up and down the line of scrimmage to pick up someone who comes through trying to block a punt. So you know he's got that ability to move, but oftentimes it's usually a running back, a fullback, someone who's used to having the ball in their hands, and he's able to pick up the first down.
Lets it fly for Thielen. And this is caught inside the 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings are going to take the lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches, and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went, and that's almost like one of your turkey ball games, isn't it? Just go along, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Second down, they'll go with Akers again. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. To throw, Stafford. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Following the interception, Cousins. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Looking here for Smith downfield. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space.
Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. Got a man open. It's Tyler Higbee. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for L.A. To throw is Stafford. That's out to the flat for Akers. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Los Angeles.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now Stafford. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 12 more yards there and another first down.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there of finding him in stride for really good yardage.
1 quarter remains here in Week 16. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford. Looking underneath, he's got Akers. Not much there, only a yard. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Stafford's throw pulled in by Jefferson. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Here's Stafford. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. And they'll get this down to the 10. The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another first down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Stafford going to give to Akers on the draw. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
2nd down, they'll go with Akers again. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Here's Akers. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. Eluding the pressure right. And it's going to be batted down. And will go the other way with the football. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Vikings, they come up big down near the goal line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
Here's a 2nd and 7 now from their own 7. To throw is Cousins. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Smith. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Cook. And this will be a Vikings first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. In the NFL in 2020, only Derrick Henry had more yards after contact than Dalvin Cook, and runs like we just saw. That's why.
Yeah, in this part of the game, the 4th quarter, this is where a running back really has a chance to shine. This is what they've been training for, to take over the game down the stretch. The defense, it's been battered all game long. And here, this is just a case of a runner imposing his will and deciding he didn't want to be tackled right there.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10.
Check 59. Mike is 59.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball here. Mike's 59. Mike's 59. I got you. I got you.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. They run it again with Cook. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Joseph's got it. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow give the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down. Stafford now to throw. A quick pass to Cup. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down L.A.
Los Angeles.
So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. That'll be caught. It's Cup. And he's taken down inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Of course, remember, you need a touchdown here and a field goal.
Doesn't matter the order, but they have to get it done and get it done fast.
And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And this is back down to a 7-point game. So you knew one way or another that they needed the 2 scores. They get the easy one out of the way. Now they'll get the ball back, hopefully.
Yeah, and the question is, how do you accomplish that? Do you onside kick it? Or since you have all 3 timeouts, do you kick it deep? To me, I'm playing field position with all 3 timeouts. I kick it deep and try and pin them back there.
First down 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. 68 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Now a run with Cook. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Cousins. And incomplete. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get 1st downs and eat away at the clock.
Cousins. Flushed out right. That is caught. Westbrook's got it. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And this defense, they needed that one more stop to have any chance, but that completion, that's likely going to seal their fate.
And you could hear it in your voice, that one more stop.
I feel their pain.
Oh, it was so important. They just didn't get it done. Wow, what a way to finish this one off.
Cousins just going to take this one down to a knee and end it. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for Minnesota, it's a good fifth win for them as they play out the string. And they will hit the